Alright, this is the review of the Klarus XT2CR, the 1600 lumen tactical rechargeable flashlight. Inside the box you get the instruction manual. You're going to get the flashlight with a battery. It's going to have the 3600 milliamp hour, 3.6 volt, 18650 battery. So you get the light. It has a clip on the side. And you get a charger adapter for the wall. You get a charging cable, a micro USB. You get a holster. Sometimes you get a lanyard with an extra O-ring. And that's everything in the box. Alright, so there's two main modes on this Klarus XT2CR. The tactical mode and the outdoor mode. On the tactical mode, which is what it's in right now, you have two switches here, and you're basically assigning the function of what these switches do. On tactical mode, you do not have access to the SOS feature. You only have access to turbo, strobe, high, low. There's no SOS. On the outdoor mode, you get turbo, low, medium, high, and SOS, and no strobe. So, right now we are on the tactical mode. So, when you hit the main button, or what they're calling a primary button, and the mode button. So, if you turn it on, that gives you turbo, and then you can hit your mode button and go to high and then low and then back to turbo. So that's 1600, 400, and 10 lumens. It cuts out the 100 lumen mode and it cuts out the 100 SOS mode. You can touch it from off and get strobe, and on the mode switch, and you hit the primary switch and you get 1600 lumens. So you've got strobe, 1600 lumens. And like I said, no SOS. I don't like this because you don't get access to all the modes. But the downfall of this is that if you swap it out of the tactical mode and put it in outdoor mode, you no longer have strobe, but you get SOS. So, and you get more modes. So that's the mode I keep it in, because I'd rather have all the modes and no strobe. So to change the modes, you hit the mode switch until that power indicator light starts flashing. Once it starts flashing, and you hit the main switch, now we're in a different mode. So now I hit the mode selector switch and I go to the lowest, which is 10 lumens, and then I hit the primary and I go to the highest, which is 1600 lumens. And from on, if I hit the mode switch, I go to low, medium, high, turbo. So this one gives me 10 lumens, 100, 400, and then 1600 lumens. And if I hold it while it's on, it'll go into SOS. If I hold that for 3 seconds, now I'm in SOS. So this is the mode I prefer because it gives me all the different modes, but I prefer a low mode that's lower than 10 lumens. That's pretty bright for the lowest mode. It can be blinding in a dark room. So it has a holster that I would not use, not because of the holster quality or anything, just because of the way the switch is on the lights. I found that with every holster like this, with a soft bottom, when you go to sticking that light in there, it gets pushed by things when you sit down. Like for instance, the seat belt button, it always seems to catch on mine. Maybe it's just because I wear it in a stupid spot or whatever, but I don't like that because it'll turn it on and you won't know that it's on until you smell your holster on fire. And if you turn it this way, I've even found, because of the Klarus switch, this little rocker mode switch turns it on. If you don't put it in the holster just right, I can feel I just clicked it. When you put it in your holster, it'll be depressing that switch inside that holster. So when you go to pull it out, sometimes it'll be on, sometimes it's not. I really don't like that. So you never know if your light is going to be on or off or have any battery left in it while using the holster. So don't like the holster. And then because of where the clip is located, and there's not really an option to turn it around or anything like that, I don't like to carry this unless I have like a BDU style or cargo pocket, just because it sticks so far out of the pocket when it's using the clip. I mean, we're talking about you put it in your pocket, and that much of it sticking out of the top of your pocket. That's a lot. All right, the first setting is low, which is 10 lumens. Then medium, 100 lumens. And then you got high, 400 lumens. And then you got the brightest, or turbo, which is 1600 lumens. And I mean, it just brights up everything across the street. And back down to 10 lumens, low. The middle is 100 lumens. The high is 400 lumens, and then back up to 1600 lumens. And the 1600 is plenty for anything. If you're a hunter, if you're hiking. All right, these are your run times on this Klarus light. The turbo is 1.2 hours. The high is 400. Is 4 hours. The medium 100 is 14 hours, and the low is 10 lumens, 200 hours. I wish there was a lower low. Some of them are 1 lumen. I like a half a lumen on low, just barely bright enough for you to see. It is IPX waterproof. Up to 2 meters you could submerge it. But I'll just leave this here for those of you that maybe can't get it elsewhere. Just for comparison, so this is the XT11S. This is the Mac Army SPX18. And this is the XT2CR and the Olight M2R Warrior. These two are considered pocketable by me. These two have too big of a head on them to fit in your pocket. They're more of a thrower. And this one's not even USB rechargeable, the Mac Army. But these two are something serious. To me, I like the Olight Beam better a little bit. I like the switch better, and I like the clip better. So for me, when you put this in your pocket, all of this has to stick out of the top of, say, your jean pocket. On this one, it's a deep carry. The clip goes all the way to the top, so it's not really anything sticking out of your pocket on that. But, you know, that's just personal preference. Some people don't mind this at all. I have a preference of I want my light to be in my pocket. I don't want it sticking out an inch or whatever. They both have power indicators, but I'll compare them later, both. The XT2CR has a nice feel to it. I mean, it just fits well in the hand. It's a little longer than I prefer, but for the output and the indicator, the charger, all in all, it's a good light, and I really like it. This light is USB rechargeable. I cannot stand taking the battery out of a light to charge it. To me, it makes it a hassle. I don't like doing it. It makes it to where if I do have to take the battery out to charge it, then that light better last a week long, and I'll just charge it over the weekend. And depending on how much you use it, and because this is 1600 lumens, you can't bank on that. So I'm really glad they made this a USB rechargeable light for that reason. But it does just plug right up to any micro USB cable. Most of your chargers run off that now if it's an Android, and it does have a good rubber seal. Looks like it's pretty heavy duty, but I don't like these rubber seals. To me, it makes it to where you know your light's not going to be waterproof at some point. But I don't like more having to take my battery out to charge it. So Olight has a good solution for that. Alright, it comes with an 18650 battery. It says in the instructions that if you don't have the appropriate voltage coming out of whatever battery you put into it, that it's only going to supply you with 1300 lumens max output. Like if you use two CR123A batteries, it's gonna not supply you with the 1600 because it's not strong enough. So I would recommend using a 3.6 volt 18650 3600 milliamp hour battery. If you have the same milliamp hour and the same voltage, it should provide you with the 1600 lumens. Klarus puts its own battery in there, and it comes with one, so that's great, but it will also run off of other 18650 batteries. You must have the correct voltage to get the 1600 lumens. Alright, this light does have a a battery indicator light on it. It's the K for the Klarus symbol. When you turn it on, it comes on for just a second, just a couple of seconds, to let you know where the power is at. So after your power is on, the indicator will flash for 5 seconds. Green means it's 70 to 100%. If you get it on, if you turn it on and it turns, if you turn this thing on and it turns orange, it means you have 30 to 70% left. If it's red, there's less than 30% remaining, and the red flashing means less than 10%, or 10% or less is remaining. This will only indicate correctly if you're using an 18650 battery. If you use two CR123 batteries, this is not going to indicate correctly per the manufacturer. It also, when you're charging, when you plug it up, it's going to, red is going to indicate a charge is in progress, green is going to indicate the charge is complete, and the yellow is going to indicate that you need to check for error, something's not right. Man, it's just a bright light. Well, that's the Klarus XT2CR. I like a lot of things about this light. The only thing is not really carryable. I wouldn't put it in my pocket and carry it every day. I wouldn't use a holster. I would put this in a bag, which is what I've been doing with it, and use it whenever I feel like, oh, I need to go outside in the yard and check something at night. It's got a good design, good feel, just a little too long, and the clip is in the wrong spot for me to consider carrying this thing every day. So I just wouldn't carry it. But, I mean, other than that, I like a lot of stuff about it. But I do not consider this an everyday carry item. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this light. I'll post a video about it, but I'll be doing a giveaway on this light. And once I post that, it'll give instructions on how to be considered for the giveaway. Thanks for watching. Stone EDC Reviews.